Hello and welcome to a Fretboard Forensics with me, Reese Gerwin. Today I'm going to go into more circle of fifths concepts, and we're going to use the scale shapes in a way that reverse engineers the notes on the fretboard. So you can basically, with the knowledge of the circle of fifths, you can find the notes on the fretboard and use these scale shapes to also learn more about the fretboard. You're gonna get like 3 things done at once. So this is really good practice for memorizing your key signatures, which if you're not familiar with those, then watch my video on that. This is good practice for just playing your scales up and down, which is the least interesting way to do it, but still you should know how to do it if you want to be proficient at guitar. And then you'll find the notes on the fretboard with a different method than a lot of people suggest. So let's take this shape right here that I think is pretty friendly, and I'm gonna play it in C. Okay, so in order to use these diagrams, you have to know the notes on the fretboard. Okay, and that's why I like this book, which I wrote, but that's why I think it's a good book, because it forces you to think the correct way. Okay, I'm not even gonna say a good way. This is the correct way to think about the guitar, okay? Books that have 250 pages of like a million different scales for each root, it's not very useful in my opinion. It's too much information. It makes everything look like more than it really is, and it's not. This is every major and minor scale right here, 1 page. And those marketing videos where the guy's like, there's just one pattern, there's just this one secret pattern and he's showing some BS image that's not even right. It's not even the right image. And he's like, it's just one pattern that's gonna unlock the whole fretboard. Here it is. Here's the pattern. It's right here, okay? It's free on my website. I'm sorry, I cannot stand that crap. It's like, what are you selling people? Garbage, maybe. I don't even know, because I didn't buy it. So it might actually not be what I think it is. But anyway, I'm just trying to be fair over here. Okay, so back to what we were doing. Rant over. We got the major and the minor scale right here, and this is what I would call E middle major, okay? Because the root of the major is on the E string played by the middle finger. These right here are your fingers. Your index finger stretched with the S. So that'd be like stretching with a fret in between, like this. Middle finger is number 2. Number 3 is your ring finger. 4 is your pinky, okay? So E string, middle finger, E middle major, okay? Because this is the open circle. This is a major scale. So the formula here is any time you're playing the major scale with the root on the low E string with the middle finger, that is this shape 100% of the time, okay? And you may know already that you can move all these shapes around. So you can play this on C, you can play this on any fret you want. You could play it on the 1st fret. Anyway, moving on to reading through this chart. Okay, so the first thing you want to do, step 1, play it, okay? And we're in C, okay? So there's no sharps and flats in the key of C. Watch the video on key signatures if you need a refresher on that. Okay, so I'm on the 8th fret here, 8th fret of the E string with my middle finger, okay? This is the finger that you start the scale on. Yes, good old C major. This is how you can find notes on the fretboard reverse engineered. Okay, so you like practice your scale, you're like, yeah. And if your scale doesn't sound plain, fluid, you know, your notes are connected, right? This is one way to make music with it, all right? Is just play it plain and simple. Don't be like, you gotta hold the notes. This is why your scales sound bad. Is you're not just holding the notes and letting them ring out. Okay, so just a note about playing. Notes. How do we reverse engineer these notes? We're in C major, so C, D, E, F, G, A, B. We have 7 notes, okay? Those are the 7 notes in C major. Here's the root, so this must be C. Well, the next note after that is D. The next note after that is E. The next note after that is F. The next note after that is G. So like I'm just going through mentally C, D, E, F, G, A, B. G, A, B. C, D, E, F, G, A, B. C, D, C, B, A, G, F, E, D, C, B, A, G, F, E, D, C, B, C. Okay? So I'm not thinking about which fret it is or which whatever. Like I'm just naming the notes in order. But you know, it's easy for me. I've done it like maybe a few more times than most people have. But that's the thing is you have the notes in mind, and then you can kind of just call them out on the fretboard. You don't have to approach it like, oh, this is E, and this is F, and this is F sharp, and this is G, and this is G sharp, and this is A. It's like, that's good. That's a good thing to do, but it's not, there's no context. Like, you're never gonna play music, well, you're not usually gonna play music that uses all those notes together, so knowing those notes one after the other in that exact order isn't as useful. So, anyway, let's do another key signature. Okay, so we're gonna go to the key of G, and we're just gonna use this same shape because it's easy, and I don't want to do hard things right now. I'm just kidding. This might be hard for some people, so if you're doing this and it's difficult for you, good for you. You should be doing this right now with me, with your guitar. Okay, so that was C. Just to review, we played the middle finger on the E string, 8th fret. I call it E middle major because the root is on the E string, the middle finger plays it, and it's major. Boom. Now we are in G because I'm playing a G with my middle finger, and it's the exact same shape. I'm not changing the shape because I don't feel like it. And for the purposes like why change shapes, why move positions, that's like a whole other video, right? Why? Okay, now we're in the key of G major. So you can go to your circle of fifths, and if you know the sharp side of the circle, so every major key has a half step below the root, but this is especially useful for the sharp side of the circle because the G has an F sharp, and that is the only sharp in the key of G. So that is the key signature, is F sharp, okay? The key signature of G major is F sharp, the note F sharp, okay? So now we have G, and everything's natural except for F sharp. G, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp. G, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp. G, A, G, F sharp, E, D, C, B, A, G, F sharp, E, D, C, B, A, G, F sharp, G. Okay? So you can do that with every single key, right? Let's go to a weird one. A flat major, because G sharp major does not exist, all right? It's not a key because there's too many sharps. There would be 8 sharps, but I'm not gonna explain that in this video. That's a different video. I think it's actually that same one that I mentioned earlier. Knowing music theory helps you understand it. So like some people on the internet, they'll use sharps and flats like just in the completely wrong way. You'll be like, oh yeah, this is in the key of A sharp major. You're like, nope, it's not. It's not a key. And then they have like, you know, A and A sharp in the same scale, and what are you playing, a diminished scale? Just kidding. Okay, I'm probably losing a lot of people right now. Anyway, we're in the key of A flat. So A flat major has 4 flats. So if you're looking at the circle of fifths, you get C, you get F, you get B flat, you get E flat, and then A flat. Well, on the way to A flat, you just had all the flats in the key plus the next one, which is D flat. Okay, so you get B flat, E flat, A flat, and D flat. The key signature for A flat major is B flat, E flat, A flat, D flat. Okay, so for the flat side, you just look at the keys. It's right there. Like you just look at it. All you got to do is just look at it. Okay, just look at it. A flat, B flat, C, D flat, E flat, F, G, A flat, B flat, C, D flat, E flat, F, G, A flat, B flat, A flat, G, F, E flat, D flat, C, B flat, A flat, G, F, E flat, D flat, C, B flat, A flat, G, A flat. Okay, so there you have it. Fun stuff right there. There it is. That's the methodology. You can do that with any of these shapes. You can do that with this whole one page, okay? And by the way, this diagram right here with all the notes on it is included. If you go to my website, give me your email, and I get your free scales to you, you can do this same exercise with this one page. It's just yeah, if you're interested in this kind of stuff, like this could really accelerate your playing. This is, okay, I'm gonna reiterate, I'm gonna say it one more time. Every single mode, every single major scale, every single minor scale right here, okay? One page, if you know how to use it. And if you know how to use it, then you're thinking about guitar in the correct way, okay? It's not the good way. It's not a good way to think about it. It's like the right way to think about it, at least in standard tuning, because if you change the tuning of the guitar, these don't work, but like that's why it's called standard tuning. So anyway, and even if you do retune your guitar, you'll have a better understanding of why and how that affects these diagrams and these notes. So thank you for watching. I hope this was helpful. You can learn the notes on the fretboard using key signatures and scale shapes, and you don't have to do random note memorization. You can actually beef up your theory knowledge, and you can beef up your scale knowledge and your entire fretboard knowledge in a way that's so much more significant and efficient than the way that a lot of people show. But there are also good ways. Any way is a good way as long as you're doing it consistently. So happy practicing. Thanks again for watching, and bye-bye. Have a great day.